What if I told you that the voice in your head telling you to stay safe isn't actually protecting you, but programming you to remain a prisoner in your own life? Picture this. You wake up every morning in the same mental cell, following the same patterns of thought, making the same safe choices, and wondering why your life feels like an endless loop of mediocrity. The bars aren't made of iron. They're made of fear, doubt, and the accumulated weight of every time someone told you to be realistic. Your mind, that magnificent organ capable of creating art, solving complex problems, and dreaming impossible dreams, has been hijacked by a security system so advanced that it convinces you that staying small is staying alive. This system doesn't want you to fail, so it never lets you truly try. Here's the unsettling truth. Most of what you believe about yourself isn't actually yours. It's a collection of other people's fears, society's expectations, and outdated programming that was installed long before you had the consciousness to question it. Every time you hear that voice saying, "You're not good enough," "It's too risky," or "Who do you think you are?" you're listening to the prison warden of your own mind. The most insidious part of this mental prison is that it feels protective. It keeps you in your comfort zone, that warm, familiar space where nothing truly terrible can happen to you. But here's what the comfort zone never tells you. It's not actually comfortable. It's slowly suffocating you, one safe choice at a time. Think about the last time you had a big idea, a moment of inspiration that made your heart race with possibility. What happened next? Within minutes, maybe seconds, your mind began its familiar routine, generating reasons why it wouldn't work, why you weren't qualified, why now wasn't the right time. That's not wisdom speaking. That's your mental prison guard doing its job. The prison operates on a simple principle. Anything unfamiliar is dangerous. Your brain, evolved for survival in a world of physical threats, can't distinguish between the fear of being eaten by a predator and the fear of public speaking. Both trigger the same alarm system, the same retreat into safety. But here's where the story gets interesting. The prison isn't as solid as it appears. Those walls that seem so permanent, so real, are actually made of nothing more than repeated thoughts and unchallenged beliefs. Every time you've told yourself, "I can't," you've added another brick. Every time you've chosen safety over growth, you've reinforced the foundation. The key to escape isn't found in some grand gesture or dramatic moment of revelation. It's found in the quiet recognition that you are not your thoughts, you are not your fears, and you are certainly not the voice that keeps telling you to stay small. You are the observer of all these things, the consciousness that can choose which thoughts to follow and which to let fade away. Breaking free begins with a simple but profound shift. Instead of identifying with the prisoner, you begin to identify with the space in which the prisoner exists. You stop being the person trapped by anxious thoughts and become the awareness that notices anxious thoughts arising and passing away. This shift is like discovering that you've been watching a movie and mistaking it for reality. The drama, the struggle, the endless internal commentary, it's all just content appearing in the vast space of your consciousness. You're not the character in the story. You're the screen on which the story plays. The moment you realize this, something extraordinary happens. The prison doesn't disappear immediately, but its power over you begins to crumble. You start to see that your limitations were never real boundaries. They were just ideas you mistook for facts. Freedom isn't about escaping from your mind. It's about recognizing that there was never actually anyone trapped there in the first place. The prisoner was just another thought, another story, another layer of the illusion that kept you believing in your own powerlessness. The person you're becoming, the person you've always been beneath the programming, is vast, capable, and utterly free. That person doesn't need permission to dream big, take risks, or step into their full potential. They never did. If this resonates with you, if you're ready to question the voice that's been keeping you small, I want you to try something right now. Pick one thing you've been avoiding because it feels too scary, too risky, or too impossible. Not something that will destroy your life, but something that would expand it. Write it down, and then notice what your mind does with it. That's your prison guard speaking. Now you know what freedom sounds like. It's the voice that says, "What if I could?"